Today, we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers More Than Meets the Eye collection, Starscream. And this is the long-anticipated kind of studio series-esque Starscream. This is the G1 Starscream everybody's wanted. Because they released 86 Thundercracker ages ago, and he, of course, is phenomenal. He's really good, the best Seeker mold in the Chug line possibly ever. And so they kept going, and they did Skywarp next, and then did Starscream. But there's a problem with Starscream here, because they didn't just do him in the same style as them. The other two Seekers came out in Studio Series 86, so they were mass retail. You could get them anywhere with really no issue. The problem with Starscream, they didn't do that this time. Instead, they opted to put him in the More Than Meets the Eye collection, which is exclusive to Target in the US and exclusive to just about anywhere in Canada for some reason. I don't know about the rest of the world, but Canada, you can get them from Walmart, you can get them from EB Games. They just kind of seem to go wherever in Canada, so there's not really a crazy thing. But in the US, there's a major stock crisis on the three things that came out, which was Prowl, Starscream, and the Insecticons. Prowl again. Why is he always exclusive? Why? Who greenlit him being an exclusive for the 90th time? That was the issue with the first one. Now you're making him an exclusive again, and again, he's hard to get. It's so funny that Prowl constantly has that. I think it's the curse of Prowl more than Starscream. But it was a dumb move by Hasbro to throw Starscream, of all characters, you know, one of the most popular Transformers, one of the most well-known Transformers characters, into an exclusive line at Target, and then proceeds to only have 300 of them come in stock because the global stuff happened with tariffs, and apparently the money went too far up to ship them in. So then when the money went up, Target went, I don't want this no more. We're done with this deal. We're done. They don't want them. They have 300 and some in stock or something in the US. I seen a video yesterday. I forget by who, though. I cannot remember for the life of me. But it was a great video, and it talked about all that stuff. And I'm like, damn, that's really how they're doing that. But how is this Starscream? He's as good as the other two. I only reviewed Thundercracker. I did not review Skywarp because I got him kind of in the hiatus area of time, so I didn't really review him. But he's the same as far as it goes. It's mostly just the colors, obviously. The red looks beautiful. I love the red on the chest and on the kind of crotch plate here. But I find the red on the wings is a bit brighter for some reason. Maybe it's because these are molded pieces of red. But I'm pretty sure the inside here... Yeah, this is gray. This is paint. This is paint, but it seems to match very well. The blue looks pretty good. I do like the blue on the arms. It is not the same as Thundercracker's blue. Thundercracker's a little bit darker. The legs look good. Again, you have a bit of the blue down here. I put the fins there if you would like. I'm just going to show it now because it is something. You can take the fins, put them on the wing like that, and you can hide them away and have clean legs. I don't like that. I like the greebling. I like the kind of look of it. I like that it's there. It's not the parts forming I expect. I'm not one of those people who's like, ew, parts forming, it ruins the figure, it's gross. I'm not one of them. I don't care about parts forming, genuinely. Yes, it's there. It can be a problem sometimes, but listen, it's not as big of a deal with certain figures, in my opinion. But that is besides the point. The other major thing is the face. The face is a lot more of a dark gray. Comparatively to these two have a lighter gray face. Get in there, Thundercracker. There you are. They also all have different faces, which is a cool trait. And I think the upcoming 4-pack also is going to have different faces, possibly. Or at least one different one. So you obviously have the pouty face on Skywarp, you then have a smiling grin on Thundercracker, and then you have the smirk on Starscream, which is perfect. But other than that, I mean, it's mostly the face, and then the colors of the face are different, but I'm fine with Starscream looking a little different, obviously, because he's the leader of the Seekers, so it only makes sense. As far as things go, he looks great. His only other accessories, of course, is null rays, which, yeah, they're null rays. They're the exact same. I swear this piece does not change, ever. It's constantly just this piece. And it's always pretty great, so there's not really a reason to complain. As far as it goes, let's get to the articulation here, which is also pretty great. Ball joint, forward, back is very restricted because the wings don't move. That's one little critique I have personally, because I like having movable wings, but that's me. 90-degree elbow, swivel out of the bicep, but it's kind of weird because the null ray is obviously on that bicep area, so it's just kind of weird. Swivel at the hand, swivel at the waist, which is very rare for Seekers, as we know. Forward and back. Unfortunate full diaper piece, which instead of cutting it right here and making it like that would have been way better, but no, we didn't do that, did we, Hasbro? Knee joint, and of course an ankle tilt, which isn't crazy. It's nice, but it's not crazy. But that's basically it for the articulation of this guy, so now it's time to get in some transformation for Starscream. And I'm not transforming the other two, I'm just going to say this right now, because that would take forever. But for Starscream, what we're first going to do is, of course, unplug the null rays, come to your legs here, open up the back, fold your toes up. You're then going to kind of take these, you can either unpeg them to do what you want to do with them, or just leave them like that for now. We're then going to take the legs, and it's the smallest scrunch of all time. I firmly believe it, because you literally scrunch it down a little bit, and it's so little that I usually forget this step going back. There is a legitimate chance in this review that I forget to do that step again, because I forget about it often. Like, I genuinely forget about it very often. And that does the legs. Once the legs are done, you can then come up here to the chest and do this part. Unpeg this, unpeg the whole back end here. If you want, you can get this part situated here, which will keep the legs in place for you. Really no issue there. Now, my least favorite part of this entire conversion is the nose cone section, because it's so oddly specific. You kind of have to go up with it. You go up, but when you go up, oftentimes you're going to pop off these things, which should be pinned. They're not pinned, they're frictioned, and they oftentimes pop off. It is the most annoying and tedious part of the entire transformation, and then you have to take that panel and put it back in there. It's really not hard to put it back in, but I shouldn't have to. It does it almost every time I transform them. It's particularly on Starscream, though. The other two, I don't find it happens as much. For the arms, you're just going to open up the forearms and flip in the hands. You don't got to do anything. I find it funny they ball jointed them. There's not really a reason to ball joint them. They just kind of did it to do it, which I don't really hate, but it seems like they just didn't want to use mushrooms for them. They didn't want to use the mushroom pegs, so I guess that is what it is. Take the arms, fold them in like that, and then you can take the chest piece, fold it down and over. It'll tab in like so. And that, of course, we'll do that. Fold your wings back, and they will tab. That's why you got to leave these up on kind of an angle if you do flip them over, instead of putting them back on, because they have to kind of slide down over the wing, and they do tab in to the wing, which is nice. And then you fold out your fins, and you can take your null rays and put them on the bottom like so to get Starscream's all form, which is beautiful. It's perfect. I have no complaints, no notes. It's pretty good. I mean, it's a little hollow on the bottom, but, you know, it is what it is, I guess. His head's right there. There is a stand port, which is at least something nice. And honestly, it's just a nice looking jet. Like, I got nothing. Like, it's genuinely good. It does have a front landing gear. It doesn't have rear landing gear, because it doesn't really need it. If I can get it, there we are. He has this little blue landing gear, which of course lands him perfectly. And it looks great. It's just a great looking jet mode. I have no real complaints about it. It's just perfectly nice. The striping looks good on the wings. It's good. It's good. I like it a lot. But that pretty well concludes it. Actually, I believe this opens, doesn't it? I'm pretty sure it does. I'm not gonna fully try it, but I'm pretty sure the cockpit does open from what I remember. I can't seem to get it. There we go. It does open. I kind of forgot about that detail. That's a cool little detail, though. But that is that for the alt mode. So let's just get into the final thoughts here of Starscream. This figure's great. Not for scalper prices, though. If you're in the US, please do not buy this figure for the $80 that the scalpers are charging. Yes, he's a bit rare at the moment, but Hasbro currently said they are working on it. How long this will take, I don't know. But I hope this kind of tells Hasbro to stop putting your Golden Children Transformers into exclusive lines. I get that they want the money. I get it. But here's the problem with this. This figure is now super hard to come by in one of the biggest markets of your product, and now it's just kind of gone. People are spending $80 on him, which again is crazy. You're better off importing him at this point, because like I said, Canada seems to have a pretty good supply of them. I got him pretty easily with really no issue, and he was still available in multiple places like CMD Store. So, I mean, he's still kind of available around Canada, but in the US, he's just not. He's rare, like very rare. Like, you're not gonna find him very easily. There was so many stories of this guy just being hard to get. And it's not right. It happens so often with characters that people often want, or from the G1 crew or whatever. They don't make the exclusives the random guys that nobody wants. They make the exclusive Starscream because that was a brilliant idea. Or that time they made Walmart Bumblebee, who was, again, a brilliant idea, making the best Bumblebee at that point because it turned into a bug. Yes, I know it's the Cliff Jumper mold that people hate, but still, it was one of the best Bumblebees at that time, and I still think it's one of the best Bumblebees. Because the alt mode's perfect and that figure's great, but that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about exclusive, and I guess he kind of is in the conversation because, well, he is an exclusive. But overall, they just should not be making the characters like Starscream or Bumblebee an exclusive. Or if they do, it should be a variant, not something this heavy, which is G1 Starscream, and it's the G1 Starscream that everyone wants. You made it an exclusive. It was a bad move. It just was. It's a bad move. Them making that damaged Optimus and Megatron, completely reasonable. They're damaged. Not everyone wants them. I don't want them. Different Perceptor and Blaster. That's fine. There's no issue with that. But when it comes to characters like Starscream, and this is just regular Starscream, it's kind of a big deal. Because this is the new mold. This is the one everyone wanted. It was a dumb decision. It just really was. But as far as things go, this figure to me is still great, and I'm going to give him still a 5 out of 5. I like him a lot. I genuinely don't see me replacing him anytime soon. He's perfect. It's a perfect Starscream for me. It's one of those ones where it's like, I think I don't need another one, or any of the other Seekers. If I get any more of the Seekers, it will be this mold. Will I get that made-to-order set? I don't know. I still have like a week to decide if I want it or not, so we will see. But that is really it for my review of Starscream. He's great. There's not many issues. I already really reviewed him with Thundercracker. There's no mega issues. It's just a great figure. But this has been Elite signing out.